What if I told you that you've spent your whole life surrounded by dark energies without even realizing it, and that a simple Turkish eye worn on your left wrist could have been your shield, if only you knew how to activate it? Think about that for a second. Have you ever felt like people were staring at you, or noticed situations repeating themselves for no clear reason? Maybe you've suddenly felt drained, like something invisible was sucking your energy away. Lots of people have experienced this, and many, without knowing it, have fallen under the influence of the evil eye. It's an ancient, subtle, silent force that shows up through envy, projection, and other people's unconscious intentions. But you're not powerless. For centuries, cultures around the world have used an age-old symbol to protect their energy field, the nazar, better known as the Turkish eye. And no, it's not just a pretty trinket or superstition. It's an energetic tool, an ancient kind of shield that intercepts and dissolves those invisible waves you can't always explain but definitely feel. In this video, we'll reveal its true power. I'll explain why it works, what each color means, and most importantly, why wearing it on your left wrist offers the strongest protection. Towards the end, I'll walk you through a simple, practical ritual to charge it with intention. So it's not just an external charm, but a living extension of your own energy. Because while you can't stop others from looking at you, you can choose the frequency you use to receive those looks. The Turkish eye wasn't made as a fashion statement. It was born as a quiet response to a tough reality. Negative energy is real, and envy isn't just an emotion. It's a force that can impact you more than you think. Its original name is nazar, coming from ancient Middle Eastern traditions, especially Turkey and Greece. But what most people don't realize is that this symbol isn't a new trend. It's as old as the civilizations that looked to the sky for answers and to the soul for protection. They understood that the gaze holds power, that the human eye doesn't just see, it can project energy, and that some looks filled with envy, anger, or ill will can harm the energetic field of the person on the receiving end, often without the sender knowing. That's why they created this symbol, an eye inside a blue circle, like a protective pupil, a mirror that bounces negative energy right back to where it came from. It doesn't attack, it doesn't judge, it protects. And there's more. Back then, these amulets weren't casually bought or sold. They were given with respect, charged with intention, and only worn when the person was ready to hold their own light. When you really understand it, the Turkish eye isn't just jewelry. It's a reminder that your energy matters, and invisible forces will try to dim it unless you wake up and claim your shield. This is one of the most overlooked secrets. Many people wear it as a bracelet, necklace, or just keep it in their home. But there's a deep reason why the wise put it on the left wrist. It's no accident. The left wrist isn't just any spot on your body. In many spiritual and energy traditions, the left side is the receiving side, the part that takes in energy from the world. The right side sends energy out. The left side absorbs it. So by wearing the Turkish eye on your left wrist, you're putting up a conscious barrier right where you absorb the most outside energy. It's like installing a filter at your door that only lets in what vibes with your soul and bounces back what doesn't belong. Plus, the wrist connects to energy pathways that lead straight to the heart, and the heart is the center of your electromagnetic field. This isn't just spiritual talk. Science shows the heart gives off stronger energy than the brain. Protecting that pathway means protecting your core, But if you put the amulet somewhere else without intention, it loses power, because it's not the eye that protects you, it's your intention that activates it. Wearing it on your left wrist sends a clear message to the universe. I'm ready to protect myself. I'm ready to stop absorbing what's not mine. Many people think the Turkish eye is only blue, and yes, that's the most popular color, but it actually comes in several colors, each with its own meaning. If you pick one without knowing, you might attract energies you don't want, or miss out on the ones you need most. The blue eye, the most common, stands for general protection against the evil eye, but also represents inner calm, truth, purity, and mental clarity, perfect for those just starting their healing journey who still feel vulnerable. The red eye symbolizes vital energy, courage, passion, and drive. It's great if you feel stuck or lacking motivation, but be careful. It can stir up intense emotions if you're off balance. The green eye is all about emotional healing and connecting with nature. Ideal if you're going through grief, breakups, or inner changes. The white eye represents total purity, enlightenment, and spiritual peace. It has the highest vibration but also requires strong awareness, since it amplifies both light and unresolved shadows. The black eye, though less common, absorbs negativity directly and acts as a full shield. But it's not for everyone, only recommended for those with high energetic awareness, since it can be a very intense mirror. So, which one speaks to you? The key is to choose the color that resonates with your soul, not just your style. When you connect with the right color, the eye truly comes alive. Some wonder if wearing the Turkish eye might actually attract more negative energy instead of protecting them, and that's a fair question. When dealing with ancient symbols charged with intention, nothing is purely good or bad. It all depends on how and why you use it. The Turkish eye isn't just a passive charm, it's an energetic mirror. It reflects what's inside you and acts as a bridge between your inner vibe and the outside world. If you wear it out of fear or distrust, or just as a magic shield without awareness, it can actually amplify that fear, and instead of protecting you, it exposes what you haven't healed yet. But if you use it with love, awareness, and connection to your inner energy, it becomes a powerful, shining tool, a guide, and an energetic alarm that lets you know when something feels off. The Turkish eye won't do the work for you. It walks with you and reminds you, but you're the one who has to raise your frequency and decide how to live. So, is it good or bad? Neither. It's a reflection, and what you see in that reflection depends on you. If you decide to wear it, do so with awareness, respect, and clear intention, because that's the only way its true power gets activated. Should you wait for someone to gift it to you, or can you buy it yourself? That's one of the most common questions about the Turkish eye, and the answer isn't as simple as it seems. Since ancient times, people have said, the Turkish eye only works if it's given as a gift. And there's a symbolic reason behind that. When someone gifts it to you, they do so with protective intention and care, and that energy becomes part of the amulet. But what if you buy it yourself? Does it lose its power? The truth is, the power isn't in the object itself, but in your intention. Buying it can be just as meaningful if you do it consciously. When you get it, pause, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, today I protect myself. Today I stand with myself. Today I choose to raise my energy. That transforms the whole experience, because you're giving yourself protection, choosing yourself, and that's way more powerful than any gift without intention. What you want to avoid is buying it on impulse just because it's trendy, or wearing it without knowing what it means, because then it really loses its power. Remember, it's not the eye that protects you, it's the awareness you bring to wearing it. So if you feel drawn to have one, don't wait for someone else. Give it to yourself with love, respect, and purpose. The Turkish eye isn't just an accessory, it's a living symbol of energetic protection. But like any talisman, it needs to be activated with awareness to really work. Wearing it without intention is like carrying a key without knowing what door it opens. That's why I'm sharing a simple but powerful ritual now. Step 1. Cleanse the energy. Before you wear it for the first time, cleanse your Turkish eye. Pass it through the smoke of natural incense like sage or Palo Santo, or leave it under the moonlight for a few minutes. This clears any energy it picked up wearing, making, or selling. Step 2. Charge it with intention. Hold it in both hands, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths and say, out loud or quietly, I activate this eye as a symbol of my protection. Nothing outside can harm my inner light. I am calm, I am safe, I am centered. Picture a blue light around it. Feel that energy wrapping around you too. This step is key. Intention is what wakes up its power. Step 3. Wear it on your left wrist. Put it on calmly and with respect. The left wrist is the receptive side of your body, the spot where outside energy comes in. That makes it the perfect place to filter and protect you from the evil eye, envy, and low vibrations. Once it's on, remember, it's not the object that shields you, it's your awareness that turns it on. Make this a little daily ritual. Touch it, acknowledge it, say thanks, because when you honor your energy honors you. Lots of people think that just buying a Turkish eye and wearing it is enough. But what they don't realize is that wearing a sacred symbol without awareness can actually backfire. A talisman like this is a mirror of your inner energy, and if you wear it out of fear, desperation, or dependency, you're showing vulnerability, not protection. The Turkish eye isn't a magical barrier that cuts you off from the world. It's a tool. And like any spiritual tool, its power depends on how you use it. If you wear it just as a fashion piece without understanding it, it's empty. If you rely on it thinking it'll save you from everything, you disconnect from your own power. If you fill it with negative emotions or ignore it, its energy fades. Also, many people handle it or leave it out without realizing that every touch leaves an energetic mark, and if you don't cleanse it, you might end up holding heavy energy from others right on your wrist. That's why activating this amulet with intention is so important, and why you need to understand it's not the object protecting you. You are the one who turns it into a shield. An unconscious amulet becomes superstition, but a conscious amulet is a direct link to your soul. So before you start using the Turkish eye, ask yourself, am I doing this from fear or from my own power? How do I know if it's really protecting me or if I'm just wearing it out of habit? The answer is more subtle than you might think. It's not about instant miracles, but noticing changes in your energy, your environment, and your feelings. First, you feel calmer for no clear reason. One of the first signs it's working is a peaceful feeling you didn't have before. Worries fade, fear eases, and you feel more confident in your own skin. Second, people who used to drain your energy start to pull away. You don't have to cut ties or argue. Those who used to steal your light just step back. Like an invisible force keeps them at a distance. That invisible force is your stronger energetic field. Third, your thoughts get clear. clearer. Mental chaos slows down. You feel like you see things more clearly, like your mind is being cleaned from the inside. That happens because the protective energy helps you stay present, free from outside noise. Fourth, the amulet itself might change. Sometimes the Turkish eye cracks, chips, or loses color. While that might seem bad, it's actually a sign it's taken an energy meant for you. When this happens, thank it and get a new one. It's done its job. Fifth, you become more magnetic. You might not know why, but people start noticing you differently. Your aura feels stronger, your presence more solid. That's because you're vibrating with protection, not defense. Then you'll know the Turkish eye isn't just with you, it's working for you. Maybe now you'll see the Turkish eye in a new way, not just a talisman, accessory, or trend, but a quiet reminder that we live in an energetic world where looking strong isn't enough. You have to activate that strength, protect it, and keep it alive with awareness. The Turkish eye doesn't have power on its own. Real power comes from you, your energy, your intention, and your daily connection with yourself. When you wear it on your left wrist with awareness, you're telling the universe, I'm awake. I choose to protect my energy. I choose to remember who I am. And everything shifts. You're no longer a victim of invisible forces. You become the guardian of your own light, because you didn't come into this world to live in fear or be controlled by other people's energy. You came here to grow your soul, to walk with clarity, and to reclaim the power that's always been inside you. And if you ever feel life dragging you down, if it's hard to keep going, if you sense something outside draining you, or if your light feels dim, put your hand over your left wrist. Look at your amulet, close your eyes, and remember, you are protected, you are guided, and you have never been alone. Drop me a comment if you've ever felt those invisible energies around you. Have you ever worn a Turkish eye? Do you believe in its power? I want to hear your story, walk this path with you, and share this journey together. And if this message resonates with you, subscribe and hit the bell, because here we share rituals, ancient wisdom, and spiritual tools to help you reconnect with your soul and find your center whenever you need it. Remember this, the power isn't in the amulet, it's in you. But sometimes all you need is a symbol to remind you of that.